What's going on, gentlemen, ladies? This is T Brown 65 here. For this episode, I'm coming at you with a discussion. This one is about appliances. Now, the reason why I know I've talked about this before on my channel, but the reason why I'm refilming myself is because, again, like I've mentioned in my previous video, that I'm gonna be basically filming myself, with the shirt on. So, anyways, that's not what this video is about. This one is about appliances. So, how many of you have appliances in your house? I'm sure we all have. Um, like whether it's you got a refrigerator, you got like laundry machines, um, you got like heaters. I mean, you got like washing machines. I mean, you got so many different things, okay? Now, I have a question for you guys, okay? You want to know what came before that stuff? Like, example would be like a washing machine where you wash out your clothes, okay? My question for you is, what do you think people did before that? Like, before the washing machines were invented? You know what they did? Used soapy water to wash clothes, and then to dry them up, they hang them up on it's some kind of a clothes string or something like that, or a rope, so something to hang the clothes. Okay, and let me tell you something. Okay, here's a question for you. Imagine now with dryers, thanks to dryers, clothes can be dried up in short period of time. But if you're say if you were to when it comes to drying out your clothes, okay, how long do you think it's going to take for the clothes to dry out? Probably a long time. This is like if you were to hang them up, okay? And you want to know what another disadvantage is? Answer is lint. Okay? Because, let me tell you, when it comes to removing lint, I mean, if you had like maybe lint roller or something like that, that may or may not help you remove lint from your clothing. But with dryers, though, they help remove lint from clothing. Like if you got anything that's made from fabric, okay, they do a great job on remove. I mean, have you wondered why? If you were to like, if your clothes are done drying up in a dryer, if you were to like say if you were to take the pan out of the dryer, okay, you notice there's going to be some lint and dust on it. Do you know where that lint comes from? Answer is it comes from the clothes. What the dryer is doing is it's taking the lint out of the clothes and putting them on the pan. Okay, it's sucking it all out. Okay, and if it hadn't been for those machines, removing lint, if not impossible, it would be significantly harder. It would be a lot harder to do it. Okay, I mean there might be some ways to get around it. Maybe try to you could try and maybe do use some kind of like white distilled vinegar if that really helps. But I mean, other than that, though, I mean, depending on the clothing, it may or may not work. So, for some clothes, it's best if you just wash it. So, my question for you is, what are the disadvantages of household appliances? You want to know what the biggest gripe of all? Now, we love having appliances in our house. They make our lives easier. Now let's talk about before I go into that, let's talk about heaters, okay? What's the nice thing about having a heater? You want to know what the nice thing about it is? It keeps your house warm. Well, if heaters, like say if it's really cold outside, okay? And say the heater doesn't even exist, okay? Heater slash air conditioner. Alright, and yeah, including box fans too. Um, as you can see right here, that's a box fan. My question for you is, like, say if you don't have a heater or air conditioner in your house, how are you gonna keep your house warm? And without any kind of appliance, you know what you'd have to have? You'd have to have some kind of campfire. Basically like the Stone Age. Okay, what did the men do during Stone Age to keep themselves warm? You know what they did? They just stood around campfire. But thanks to air conditioners and heaters, I mean, the heating is integrated with the machines, so it's definitely a lot easier. You know, all you need is just a thermostat, and it'll adjust the temperature of the house. Um, let's see here. Disadvantages of owning household appliances. You want to know what I think the biggest gripes of household appliances are? One of them is costs. Appliances can cost anywhere from like hundreds to even thousands of dollars. Okay? And not only that, but also they use up a lot of electricity. Okay? Electricity and costs. Well, I mean, it's usually the costs that are the reasons why there could be disadvantages associated with appliances. You want to know why? Because, well, I mean, first of all, you gotta actually, you gotta actually purchase the appliances. Okay, if you do not have them in your house, which, I mean, if you moved into another house, though, I mean, that wouldn't be a concern because the appliances are already there. Um, but you want to know what the disadvantages? Answer is electricity. You know, they use up a lot of electricity. And the one that uses the most electricity, from what I've gathered, is air conditioners slash heaters in a house. They use up, like, I would say maybe 10 or 15 kilowatts per hour. Yeah, it's 10 to 15 kilowatts per hour. If you're using a refrigerator, it's like maybe 4 kilowatts per hour. If you're using like a washing machine or a dryer, maybe it's like 1 kilowatt per hour, or something like that, maybe 2. And we all know that the more electricity you use in your house, the more money you have to pay for electricity, because they charge you based on your usage. It's usually like 10 cents per kilowatt hour, depending on. Okay, for some reason the screen on my phone is flickering. I don't know why it's doing that. But anyways, yeah, electric companies, they charge you based on your electric. It's usually like 10 cents per kilowatt hour, depending on the state that you live in. Um, but overall, though, appliances they make our lives a lot easier when it comes to now, like stoves, for example. Okay, not to mention stoves. If stoves weren't around, we'd have to use campfire to cook food, and it would take a lot longer to cook food, or we'd have to use candles, and it would take a lot longer to cook the food. But with stoves, though, less time to cook. Of course, again, it uses up electricity. It would cost you more money when it comes to electric bills, but it makes cooking a lot easier. Okay, you can bake stuff. You got microwaves, but yeah. Overall, though, appliances are very convenient to have. They make our lives a lot easier. They save us time from having to do certain things. And it's just the only disadvantage is they use up electricity. Anyways, if you have any thoughts about this, leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this discussion, make sure you hit that like button. If you would like to see more of my activities and you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the T Brown 65 channel. As always, thank you for watching. I hope that all of you are having a good one.